As a weightlifter, a bodybuilder, whatever you want to call it, I think you should stay natural. Why should you listen to me? I mean, I'm not the biggest guy ever by any means. Um, well, I've been working out for well since 2021, and right now it's the end of 2025. But that doesn't mean I've been lifting for like 4 years or whatever. Absolutely not, because I took big breaks. There were big stretches of time where I didn't make any progress, even if I was consistent. But I I'd say for the past like 2 years is when I was consistent and making progress. All right, I feel like I should show some photos so you guys get an idea of where I'm coming from. All right, 2023, I look like this. Okay, I mean I started off looking like this, and then I lost a lot of weight, but unhealthily, and then I put it back on. I look like this. All right, and then a couple years down the line, managed to be more consistent. Obviously, this is with much better lighting, but so I've had my experience with um, developing my body and all of that stuff, and consistency with my routine and diet and whatnot. Okay, so why am I telling you that you should stay natural? There's a bunch of obvious reasons. Okay, um, first I want to say, yeah, like I said, I'm not the biggest person ever, so like, why should you listen to me? I mean, I feel like I'm a prime candidate for someone to take steroids. I'm young, I'm impressionable, and I've already done a fair amount of work in the gym. Okay, now there's obvious reasons of why you shouldn't take steroids. Um, but main factor is your health. You're taking years off of your life. Another one is money, and also road rage. Not road rage, sorry, roid rage. You're just unstable, and you're injecting chemicals into your body. It's affecting your uh, the way you're thinking and whatnot. You're always on edge. Obviously, it varies, but those are generally like the main things you always hear. That's not what I want to talk about. Okay, you already know that. Um, the two things that keep me away from it, okay, and maybe this will help you stray away, is two main reasons. Okay, number one, body dysmorphia is always gonna be a thing. Okay, like natural. If you're just a natural, even then you're gonna have it. No matter how much you lift, no matter how much you develop your body, whenever you set a goal in your brain, you're gonna reach that goal. But now, since it's so achievable, you're gonna be like, well, there's people much better than me. I'm trying to be like that. Or even if you're not comparing yourself to others, you're like, I know I can just keep getting better. So you're never satisfied. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna tell you like um that it can't get better. For me, it went like this. Started off okay, and then it was like terrible, and it went back to okay. It still happens, but it's manageable. Now imagine you went on steroids. Who do I compare myself to? I compare myself to people who I believe are natural. Now, I'm going to talk about this more in a bit, but you never know who's natural or who's not. You literally can't know. Not a single person on this earth you can prove whether or not they're natural because they might have taken a hint of some substance ages ago and you wouldn't know. Okay? But there's some people who I just choose to believe are natural. All right? And these people, their physiques is what I strive to achieve because I feel like give me 10 years, I can get that physique and hopefully even better. I don't know why that happened. Anyways, now imagine you went on steroids. Who are you comparing yourself to? You're comparing yourself to bodybuilders that go on stage and compete and are famous. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronnie Coleman, Chris Bumstead, these big names in bodybuilding. All of a sudden, you're in their world. You're gonna compare yourself to the. I don't compare myself to those people. Those people are another species in my head. So it helps to it helps for me because I have actual goals and I know real people that I can look like, real physiques I can achieve. If you're on steroids, you're gonna start comparing yourself to these aliens. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of respect for the sport. I think it's really interesting and it's beautiful, and these people are they need to be super consistent and dialed in to do what they do. But I'm talking on an individual level. I don't want to be comparing myself to them because I will never look like them. So that's one factor. And now the other factor is, as I was mentioning earlier, you never know who's who's natural and who's not. So don't you want to be part of the club that deep down you know that you're natural and you achieved a physique that you're proud of? If you're consistent for a decade or longer, you're gonna have an amazing physique. You're gonna get accusations, steroid accusations, and you're gonna know like, damn, I am the only example that I can prove that's natural. That's only you can do. Give me 10 years, I'll have like a physique that I'm super proud of. I look in the mirror and I'm like, this is the only objective proof that I have of someone that's natural and the physique that you can achieve. That's something that's just so like something I'm really passionate about and I'm really interested in seeing where it goes. Like I am my own experiment and I will be able to witness my own results and I'm the only one that can know whether or not it's achievable, you know? So surround yourself with influencers and whatnot that are natty, they're natural. Okay, I'll put some in the description. And you know, you can still respect the sport of bodybuilding and whatnot, but let's be real, there's a huge taboo about steroids, and um, it's a shame that it comes with what it does, but that's how it is. So those are my reasons, personally. Um, I hope it was interesting. Stay natural. You have two big new reasons why.